Let's go ahead and try this shindig one more time. Okay, so now I'll go and explain what we're seeing right here. So, the Great Hall looks much different than it did a few hours ago during the feast. Three of the long tables had been turned on their sides and pushed against the large entry doors to the south to form a makeshift barricade. Dishes, broken goblets, and bloody stains mar the floor, while at least a dozen bodies lie against the east wall. Lady Jamandi's guards gather at the barricades and in front of the double doors leading into the west wing. These doors are sealed, and several tapestries have been torn from the walls and wedged under the gap between the floor and the door in a feeble attempt to keep smoke from flowing into the hall from an apparent fire that's in the manor's west wing. As all of you do come into this hall from this direction right here, from the east part of the wing, you see a man who looks at all of you and goes, "Oh, thank the gods, some people survived." And he comes walking over to you in a quick haste. You don't recognize this individual. You don't see him. You didn't remember seeing him from the feast a couple hours before, but he definitely carries himself like a warrior would. And I need to rebuild all my stuff since I restarted my computer as well. This man looks like this. My name is Avensi. I am the lieutenant of Lady Jamandi's guards. How many have survived in the East Wing? Is it just you?
Lindsay was with us as well, wasn't she?
Yes, she is right here.
Another 3, I believe.
So few after what's happened. This attack was bold. I did not expect this. He seems to be at a bit of a pause, going through maybe many things in his mind. But you see, you're at a bit of a reprieve right now. You have a little bit of time, taking a bit of a breather. You're out of immediate danger, although you can definitely see the smoke that is coming in from the western wall. What do y'all do?
I'd like to go about asking this lieutenant person if he knows where Lady Jamandi is.
Same. Yep.
She ordered me to hold this great hall. It took a squad of 8 guards with her to clear out the west wing. Her goal was to retake the dining hall at the far end of the manor. So I'll wager that she'll be there. She's not someone that would go down easy.
And if that's the case, why do you have the entrance barricaded like this?
These attackers, and judging by the tattoos of the Black Tears, organized gang of killers operate in northern Brevoy. They came in here through several places. We downed the portcullises the moment the attack started, but they get entrance through this door here as well as other places. So we're doing our best to make sure that no one enters in again. The portcullises block all the entrances from the other parts of the manor, but the doors here are the main way to get into this building.
In other words, lock them in with us.
We don't know how many are outside. There might be double the number that's inside here.
Easier to deal with if we can narrow it down, at least.
We will take care of this.
One correction. Three more survivors from among those who were here originally.
They're still in the East Wing.
One of our assailants has surrendered as well.
Where are they? Did you bring him to here for questioning?
Just on the
Should
other
be
side of
right
the doors.
Yes.
Frost Giant.
The Frost Giant, he surrendered. Or he changed sides?
He's repentant, at least.
Hmm.
He sees no honor in continuing his association with the ones who stormed the fort.
We'll find answers. Do you think you could help out in defense of this manor and go through the west wing?
Yes.
We'll
I
go
think
and
it's worth
find
a
Lady
shot.
Diamante.
Okay, thank you. As you can see, there is a fire. Hold your breaths, and thank you for helping the defense of Jamandi's manor. Tully, as you get some men, talk to this frost giant. And he and a couple of the guards go to talk to this frost giant.
Can
They
I do a
leave.
sense motive to see if they're actually going to just talk? Hopefully, just talk.
Ooh, let's find out.
Hmm. Good call.
I think it's perception, right?
I do. This would be definitely a good hidden check. Graham, you suspect from his mannerism that this might be a good ally, especially in this situation right now. It does not seem to your observation that he's going to go in there and kill this frost giant.
Okay. All right. Cool. And I know he was saying that he doesn't know how many people are on the outside. I think by that, Graham would be curious about looking over through this window. That's a window, assuming that's a window, to see if he can spot anything.
All right,
The southern door is also barricaded, right?
that's this door right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that's blocked up with the
Yep, the three tables.
tables.
Game is on pause. You can move your tokens. Once you get there, I'll allow you to do an open roll here. Go and give me a perception roll there, Graham.
I'm just putting Laras back.
Oh, the rest
I'm
goes back.
assuming
Oh, that was close.
I'm assuming the windows would be barricaded as well, no?
They do have shutters.
Ah. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh dear. There seems to be quite a few of them out there. Graham will step back from the window before he gets shot in the face.
As you step back, you hear a pinging as a bolt goes through the window above your head, across the hall into the wall on the opposite side of the Great Hall.
Wow, that was quite a shot. Good thing, good thing everybody in this line is like really short.
Horatio
That
lets
is
out a
true.
whistle.
It's all over their heads.
I can't do it myself because I'm crap at whistling as a player.
Yeah.
God.
Gilly's hair just kind of waves a little bit from the bolt right above her head.
Okay. Is there anybody in this immediate vicinity that looks like they can be helped? I think we see just bodies at the moment.
Yeah.
Those are dead
Gilly-
bodies, very, very clearly dead. There are a couple that are injured that are sitting on the tables. For example, use like right here, right here. These are essentially walking wounded. If they need to fight, they will fight, but they are. It'd be best if they don't.
Have they already been tended to as far as
They have,
like,
yes. You see, there are
okay.
bandages upon their bodies, and they are just kind of here as a last position.
Gotcha. Graham is now changing his investigation to anything that pertains to getting towards Lady Jamandi. And now at this point is curious about what we can do to help mitigate effects from the fire as we're traveling through that hallway. Is there anything in this hallway that can help us like either breathe or make sure we don't catch on fire?
You do see that there are a number of bandages and rags that are used to help out some of the soldiers here, and you suspect that if you use them to cover your mouths, you might be able to help out with the smoke that is most clearly in the next room, and then just holding your breath.
Okay. I'll point it out to the party and start wrapping my mouth with a bandage.
Same.
Yeah.
All right.
Same here.
And then, what do you do?
Shall we venture forth, friends?
I think we shall.
As you step forward, one of the guards goes, "Be safe and good hunting." You step in through the doors. As you open the doors, you are blasted by a massive amount of heat and smoke. We go to the West Wing.
Speed my bandage.
And you'll see my first sprucing up of the game.
There you go.
We're around here.
This very, very wide hallway is filled with billowing smoke.
Okay.
Further ahead, on either side of the hall, several doorways are illuminated by flickering flames. On the ground, just to the north of you, next to you, is that of a kind of wolf-like individual leaning against the ground. And you can see he is breathing very, very hard. He's got a gash above his forehead where a club or a blade hit him. Okay, all of you take a fucking hero point for doing that mass thing. take 2 hero points. Everyone have 2 hero points.
Nice!
You too, Robin.
We get hero points for cosplay. I love it.
3 hero points, let's go!
All right, now here's how we're gonna do this. Holding your breath, a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier plus 5, and we're actually gonna go into kind of combat-esque movement right now. So don't move past your movements because we're going to you know what? I don't want to go into combat itself, but do keep in mind that we are essentially in combat rounds right now because you are holding your breath. So with that being said, what do you do?
Con modifier plus 5, right?
Yes.
Got it. Okay,
I'm having trouble clicking on the D20 in the left part. Strange.
Oh, I think he actually has to throw us into.
Oh yeah, we're not actually in combat right now.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
not in
combat.
combat, we're just treating it as combat rounds for the amount of actions that we can take, essentially.
Yeah.
So, just keep in mind our movements and how many actions we're taking, essentially.
So essentially this is round 1 until either you get past this or clear it up. But you can feel, you can hear, all the smoke is here. So what are we doing, individual? What are we doing, heroes?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
If we
Okay.
see someone that's
Yeah, we've got one unconscious, is the thing.
yeah.
Unconscious, not dead.
Unconscious.
Yeah, he's droning a bit. It seems he was one of the adventurers that you might have seen earlier in the day. Probably part of the fight, but he did go down here. And curious, what everyone else is gonna be doing.
I think Gilly will instinctually run up to this person and lay on hands, which is
a way to give them strength, heal them in some way, or do they look
I would
in any
say
way-
go ahead and give me a healing roll. If you want to use lay on hands, I'll give it to you, but this is gonna work as well. So you go over, Gilly, and you able to essentially bring back the consciousness. Well, Robin, tell everyone what they see.
Character-wise, you mean?
Yeah. Who are you?
Well, you basically just see a fox person just lying on the ground with an basically just holding his bow tightly in his right hand. Well, just knocked out basically.
Okay. Well, for you, Robin, you feel the hand of someone attending to you, and then you come to consciousness.
Gilly will probably stabilize him, like, whoa there.
I'll let that be part of the role you did, George. So at this point, you will be fully aware and conscious now for yourself, Robin.
Well, seeing three persons, I instinctively grab for an arrow and knock it into my bow and just pull
Hey,
back on
we're
the
not
string.
here. We mean no harm.
So for you, and I should have mentioned this earlier, you do recognize the attackers of this place, which is not these individuals. The ones that did attack look like this, Robin. These people that just woke you up are very clearly the adventurers from the feast.
I slowly let go of or I slowly just pull out the arrow and lower my bow. Sorry, it was just instinctive since I was knocked out, of course, and just suddenly waking up and seeing three people.
No worries.
No,
Yeah.
we are all a bit jumpy. I think we can understand. And she will introduce herself and like say hi. Do you need? do you
Graham
need some sort
will
of-
cut off Gilly and say, "Not much time." And then Graham will hand over a bandage to the new person, and saying if they want to cover up their mouths. Graham will then ask, "Do you know if there's anyone behind these doors?" And pointing to the doors on the other side of the hallway. Asking that to Robin.
Oh. I don't know. In the attack, I was just knocked out basically, and I don't know where the others went or if they got through the doors.
All right, real quick, because if you're talking, this does use one of your actual hold a bit breaths, so keep that in mind. If you talk here, you're coughing a little bit as you're talking in this smoke-filled hallway.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We've
I
only
will
got so much
direct.
here. Let's each check a room. Opening
Yeah,
the door.
Gilly will open this door.
All right, let's go in order. Raphael, open your door real quick.
Don't see much.
Because light sources. I do believe Gilly had a light source, which, let me see, put down Gilly real quick.
Do I need the light sources?
All right. You have dark vision.
Dark
Sorry.
vision.
No, you don't have dark vision, so you should be able to see. Yeah, you do. Okay. All right,
Maybe
so...
it's the way that the light is interacting there.
Yeah, so you see into that room. Yeah, so you'll notice for those that have dark vision, where actual light comes into view, it's in color. If there's no light, though, you actually see in the dark vision black and white with the chromatic. So you actually, from my screen, you should see the color of black and white and actual fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but what you see, Raphael, is that these rooms are completely ablaze, and there is rubble all about, as well as the dead bodies amongst the floor, amongst the beds. Blood, also a bit dried now from just the heat and the smoke in here, but there's no survivor in this room. But you do see a window that is actually at the end of the room, which can probably be broken to allow ventilation to help clear out the smoke and maybe even put out the fires. Now, what this is going to do is I'm going to share a action that everyone can do. Everyone, if you go to your character sheet, I'm going to add in a new action under exploration. And it is going to be... Oh, did not go there? Let's see. There's under encounters. Yeah, okay, sorry. It's going to be under your actions under the encounter tab. It is going to be the Fight Fires action. You can click on this and you can see what it does. But this will help you to fight the fires.
I don't see it yet.
Go to the
No, it's
action
under
tab.
action.
It's under your action, not
Yeah.
under encounters, not under exploration or downtime. It's under the actions encounter category.
Is there any water near here? Just a general question.
Yep. I see it.
Gilly, go ahead and give me a d20 roll.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do some luck. Unfortunately, there was a large urn or whatnot full of water, but it was left over in the scuffle of the fighting, and it has since spilt. So there's no water in this area right now that you can see.
Damn. Alright.
So is Orfield going to kick the debris apart?
Probably gonna have to kick it apart to get to the window, aren't I?
I don't know. I don't know if it.
Would you have been in action to open the door?
In action to open the door, yes.
Yep. So I have an action left to fight the fire.
Orfield, what do you think?
Um, I'm... You know what? Probably gonna be easier. Pull out a sling. So that's gonna be an action. And just make an attack roll at the window.
Alright, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Draw. Strike.
Yo, you left the bullet, or the stone, hits the window, it shatters. And you watch as a bit of the smoke gets whooshed out, but because of that increase of airflow, the room actually ignites further. You're going to take a bit of damage here.
Okay.
Go and take
That's a big bit.
12 damage.
Oh god.
All of you watch as a reveal, a backblast of fire erupts, and reveal. I do believe that's your full HP, so
That is.
you immediately get blasted and you fall to the ground.
Yep.
Shit. And we see that.
Yeah.
Wow. Gilly is going to run over and pull Oriphiel out. Is Oriphiel on fire?
No.
Alright. Gilly will probably pull Oriphiel out of, like, if there are flames licking out or anything.
There is definitely flames licking out, yes.
Yeah. Then pull him at least here. Wow.
Right.
So
You drag the body of
And-
Raphael.
call to Graham and the new fox person. Like, someone's down. Raphael's down. What? And take out one of her healing potions and force it down their throat, probably.
All right. Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me that roll for the healing potion. All right, Raphael, go ahead and take that 3 healing. And Graham, what'd you want to say?
So I would like to use this opportunity, this semi-combat, to do expeditious inspection, and like quickly look through all the remaining rooms, both this one, this other door down here, and this one up here, to see if there's anything to speed up the process of looking through the
All right.
area.
The room you're in front of right now, Graham, you notice that it is a room of plain stone walls and a polished floor. That's already been stained by the smoke. At the far end of the room, atop a stone dais, stands a marble statue of an armored half-elf woman. And one of her hands clutches a heavy shield, while the other clutches a clenched fist over her heart. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and do a real quick skill for you to see if you might know exactly what this is. Let's see, that'll probably be this.
I think my religion is that high. It is not that high.
And it's not that high. You're not quite sure what the statue portrays, but beyond that, what you do detect as your quick observation is that this room here and this room here are also full of fire. And you maybe looked at the keyhole, or you kind of opened the door real quickly and closed it, but you see the same thing that Raphael saw before they were blasted down. There are numerous bodies inside the rooms, full of fire, with also glass windows on each end that can be a bit of ventilation, but as you saw that happen to Raphael, can be a source of backblast.
Okay.
In hindsight, should have seen that coming.
Gilly will probably close the door if there's like flames like going out or anything.
So what I'd like to do is I'd also still like to do the same thing that Raphael did, but ready myself so that once I know the glass is going to break, I close the door.
Gotcha. All right, Graham, go to the door you want to do this for. All right, you see the same thing. It is a room full. You can barely see the window through the illumination right now. You don't quite have... Actually, there's fire in here, so you can't see everything. Go ahead and give me an attack roll to see if you can just hit the window itself.
Would the window be considered concealed and you need to pass
No.
a deep...
No, because the fire is given illumination. I think
Okay.
on the map, because that'd be too many things on the map to slow people down.
That's fine.
All right. I'll say with that roll, you fire off an arrow, and then you quickly duck out of the way as you see a blast of fire come through that doorway, and then it noticeably gets a bit smaller from your action. All right, and I believe lastly, that's going to leave to you, Robin. What are you going to do? You see, these people, you might have saw them the evening before. Maybe you're at a different table. You actually were at a different table. But these ones are immediately at this feast. Everyone there were adventurers. Not really experienced adventurers, but adventurers themselves. But you see here, these ones right here are in action right now, and they're going to help put the fires and help out with this defense of this manor. What do you do, Robin?
I see them all trying to douse the flames, so I'm just going up towards the last door, open it, and basically do the same thing.
All right,
Shoot at
open
the
door.
window.
All right, same thing. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
All right. Oh, no ammo.
Oh, let me see. Did you put arrows? You did. Yep, you got it. All right. You want to hero point that, Robin?
Yeah, definitely.
It's always a good sign when the first roll of the campaign is a nat 1.
Right.
All right. You fire off an arrow, and unfortunately, Robin, it just hits the wall right next to the window. The arrow shatters. Doesn't do much. All right. I'm going to say this. For this round, we're now going to go to the second round. Now, the windows that have been open are going to be a little bit lower, easier to help out. But you all need to think of this. Everyone, go ahead and give me 42 saving throws, please.
Are we adding the +5 to the fort saves or no?
Add plus, did I say 5 or 2? Add plus 2 to your roll.
Okay. I did not add that too.
I will retroactively account for that.
+2 circumstance.
Yes.
Surprisingly, the one that went down rolled the highest. What?
You're
Right.
inundated to it.
You had the effects. Alright, Arifiel, you have succeeded, so you are going to be a bit sickened, one, from the condition. That fire is a little loud. Let me reduce the volume. Slightly loud fire. How's that fun for everyone? Cool. Alright, now, for you, Gilly, you also succeed, but because of your actions, what's going on, you are a little bit sick. For you, Robin, until we get your name introduced, you did fail. So not only are you sickened, one, but you're also going to be taking a bit of damage here as well. So we're going to go ahead and roll you 1d6 damage. Man, my
Nice.
my dice want to kill you all today, it looks like. And then for you, Graham, same thing. You're going to be sickened, one.
Well, one thing.
Yeah.
I have fire resistance. Does that reduce the damage anyway?
Yeah, by that amount. By that amount.
Alright.
And for you, Graham, you're gonna be taking 2 damage. Dice a little easier for you.
It's 'cause he's small.
I took 6 damage, but the fire resistance should lower it by 1.
Not automatically, so I'll just go ahead and give you 1 health real quick. Bam, there you go. All right. Fire is blowing. What's everyone doing?
Killing him.
Right, Redfield, you get back up on your feet. Now, the window is open in this room. The DC is going to be lower, but I'm still going to need a acrobatics, athletics, or survival check to get this room completely out.
No worry about, I suppose.
Which room is that?
The one right here. The one that's in front of you, Gilly, that Arifiel got blown out of.
Like, I could also help with that if Orifiel wants to put it out.
You want to help out, or do you want to do it on your own? Together, or as 2 separate tries?
I think looking at how it hit Orifiel, Gilly will probably want to step forward and say, no, it's fine, let me try, please. Please.
Alright, Gilly,
I-
what are you going to do?
I like Gilly forth.
Alright, then
Not wanting to waste my breath on arguing.
probably shield myself with a shield against like the worst of the heat. even though it's steel.
Just get a little bit hot.
Ouch. And use my athletics for it.
Go for it.
-1 from the thingy. Yeah. So. God.
Do you want to hero point that?
Yes, that's always a good idea. Thank you for reminding me each time.
I'll always remind you for your hero points. All right. How do you put the fire out, Gilly? In this room.
Probably stomping it out with my boots.
All right. Do you come in there? You find the things you from the ground. You're just stomping things out, and the fire in that room goes out. Gilly, that's it for you. For Raphael, you watch as Gilly right in front of you put out the fire. Hallway is starting to clear up a little tiny bit. What do you do, Raphael?
We've got more rooms, is the thing. Okay. Move there. I give our Foxfolk companion a little tap on the shoulder. Take a couple steps back! And I ready my sling.
All right. Raphael,
And
going to give me that roll.
yep. Ready, my third action is just like stepping back immediately once it
Gotcha.
hits.
Gotcha. All right. You hit the
If it
window.
hits.
It breaks. DC's 10. Again, same thing. You're prepared for it this time, though, Raphael. The fire blows out, and the fire gets a little bit smaller, but it's not out completely yet.
Okay,
Alright.
and that's 3 actions.
Sounds good. For you, Robin, what do you want to do? You see the fire in the room that was just blown out is a little bit smaller, but still a fire there. I'm still gonna need one of these 3 checks to put the fire out. But now the DC is lower.
I'm going to walk into the room and stomp out the fire then.
Give me an athletics roll. That will absolutely do it. As you go in there and you put out this fire the same way. Put 2 rooms now cease to be consumed by fire. What you're seeing, still, the dead bodies, the same thing they were in the in the eastern wing, where they were sleeping when these black tears came in and slit their throats. Some on the beds, you see some have actually fought back. The one in Gilly's room actually was able to fight back before he was down. Now, luckily the fire in these rooms, most likely because this manor is made of stone, won't really develop and spread further, but these rooms themselves are being extremely damaged. Graham, what about you?
I'm gonna keep using the expeditious investigation stuff. Now that the fire has been lessened here, is there anything else that I notice in the room?
So I believe that is once every 10 minutes.
Okay. Alright. There's a token here. Is that somebody?
Oh, yeah, we ignore that. That's my testing.
Okay.
It was a ghost.
Okay.
Ghost is not gone.
So then Graham will try to open up this door as well. Just take a look around.
Same thing. This room is also filled with many, many bodies. You see there was a bit of a fight. There are actually some guards in this room, but you can't really see the condition of the bodies because of clock slow. The fire, which is covering most of the objects here, but a bit of the bedding is on fire. One of the bodies is now licking in flame. The smell is quite horrendous, burning bodies. And you see a small chest that's kind of turned over on its side, and just smoke is in this room now blowing out because you opened the door. But same thing, there's a glass window at the far end of the room.
Okay. Graham is gonna do some deducing right now and try to figure out if it's advantageous. His goal here now in this room is to get to that chest and just loot it real quick. Is it more advantageous to open up the window though? Yeah, he'll strike the window.
All right, give me an attack roll, Graham. All right, you hit the window and it burst open. Same thing. You prepare for this again. Fire expands, but you're able to get outside, and you also are not affected. But the fire does lessen, and it does allow you, when the time does come, to have the fire get out just a little bit easier. Alright, that's going to go essentially to the next round. Again, everyone give me 40 saving throws, DC a little bit lower this time, +2 because of your coverings, to see how well you're able to survive the effects of what's going on here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The smoke's getting to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Man, everyone! Does anyone want to
Not
hero
good.
point these, or do you want to stick with it?
I'm low in health, so I'm gonna hero point.
Can be so much better than a 1, so I'm also going to hero point.
That is a
Better,
lot
better.
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 Also a lot
Hey!
better. Hey!
Nice!
Same result!
Yeah, nice.
F5.
Alright, so everyone this time, you're able to stave off. You still have the sickened condition, that still stays the same, no damage, but for you, Robin, you're taking a little bit of damage, a little bit less because the fire has gone down a little bit, but go take 2 damage, Robin.
I guess half of it because fire resistance.
Alright, for the rest of you, what are we doing? 2 fires have been put out, 2 have been lessened, but they're still enraged.
Gilly would like to have a look if there is fire behind the door at the end of this walkway, like down there. Is there fire coming out of there, or is this just a problem of this?
Just
part
that
of-
door. The main
Okay.
double door does not seem to have a fire inside.
Alright. Like, I would like to go to the end of the, or help with any fire that's still going on. If anyone has a fire, I'll run in there and stomp it out.
You can see the illumination from both these doors. They are on fire.
Can I get there? This round?
As the full round, I'll let you do it for full round.
Okay. Yep.
Right,
So,
Gilly, what do you want to roll?
Athletics again.
Go for
That's
it.
my best one. Just stomp those feet. Roll 6. Nice.
That puts that fire completely out as you do the same thing. You take the piece on fire, you put it on the ground, it's on stone, and you start stepping on it, stomping it out, and the fire does go out. Alright. Next, who wants to go? Graham, what about you? You're there in the room already?
Yeah, so I think you said there was a chest in here.
There is a chest in there.
Also, I should have low light vision, and I was assuming that the fire would illuminate this room to an extent.
It should. Let's do this. I'll make some quick lights real quick.
Give me some quick low light.
There.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So I'll go to wherever that chest is and hopefully notice
There.
if anybody's actually alive.
Everyone is very clearly dead. The chest is currently on fire. You go into it. If you want to interact with it, you might be taking some damage.
That's okay. That's a chance I'm willing to take for
Alright.
average loot.
Alright. You run over, you get to the chest. And when you go to grab it, go ahead and give me a reflex saving throw. Some of the fire does lick up from you get near it, and it's going to cause you to take a bit of damage unless you want to hero point that. Take no damage from this. Alright, you open up the chest, and when you do see a number of things. And I'll go ahead and put it really quickly there.
Is it in our party stash?
Oh, I'm gonna make an actual thing for it.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh boy. Alright. I will take all these things and eventually tell my party about them.
Alright.
Can I carry this? Am I encumbered yet? I am not encumbered.
Alright, I'm gonna say as you loot those things will be your action though, which leaves Leslie, Arifiel, and Robin.
Get Loras to hop on aboard my shoulders, stay close. And Graham put out his fire, right?
The fire that actually has fire in the rooms are not out. So the one that Graham's in is not out yet.
No, just standing amidst the flames.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. My movement speed, 30 feet. Let's see if I can get. Getting Laras to come along would have been an action, so. I'd only have an action left over. I won't be able to get in there and put it out, I don't think.
I'll let you do it. How do you want to put it out?
How do I want to put it out?
You can do what people are doing, like stomping on it. You can try to run by and try to smother it with some other objects in the room. Or even just move around as much as you can and just start throwing things about or throwing it outside the actual window. I'm essentially looking at 3 skill checks: acrobatics, athletics, or survival.
Survival is definitely my best of the bunch.
Is that what you want to use?
Yeah, I think it would be.
Go for it. Give me that roll.
And place myself in there if I can. No.
Yeah,
Collides
diagonal
with the wall.
rooms are really wonky in Foundry.
Yeah, I can't get. I can't physically put my token in there.
There you go.
Okay. Survival then.
Well,
There you go.
that puts it out quite good. Room
So
is
what was the
clear
flavor
of fire.
that you described for this one? Like snuffing it out with objects that can actually get that accomplished, like cutting off the access to the oxygen, I suppose.
You do said things and clear that room.
Yep.
Leaving lastly, our last one for this round, which is Robin.
I'm moving over to the last room, I believe.
Gotcha.
I open the door and try to hit a window, I guess, to open it up.
Go for it. That will blow out the window, making the fire just a little bit smaller, as has been happening. Alright. Next round, everyone. Same thing. There's still smoke
I
in
don't
this
think I
place.
actually had to get my round, right?
Huh?
Was that the same round as me looting?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna go essentially the third round now. In this abstract version of this. Everyone, give me one more time, fortitude saving throws.
God. Let's hope the DC is lower.
Because we put out plenty of fires.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice, Graham. Alright. Gilly, it's just you.
Second one or? Damage. Dang.
3 damage. And as you start coughing a little bit, not he's holding your breath, but the mix of things and the condition, you take a little bit of damage. But we have one last room. Who wants to put this room out?
If no one comes forth, Gilly will probably go in there and stomp on it. Soot covered, coughing behind her,
Go for
her
it.
rag around her face. Oh god.
Give me that roll.
Let's see. Can't be as bad, right?
Alright. It was made smaller. You go in here and you put out that fire. And luckily, with that, all the rooms have been put out, leaving just the noise of the rain outside. Smoke still billows inside just a little bit from the remnants, the remains of the fires, but you can now see the damage. The stones have been blackened, the walls have been blackened, the bodies have been charred, the furniture has been destroyed, but a bit of the rain from the broken windows does pattern to the inside, making the areas around a bit wet with water and moisture. But for that, all of you have succeeded in helping out this area and clearing the hallway. And for that, I award you a bit of experience. Take that. As well, let's check one thing real quick. What would you all like to do?
Graham's gonna go back to the room with a statue in it and investigate it further.
Yeah, stumble my way out of the room and do the same. Just kind of leaning on the wall, clutching my sides.
Gilly will probably have a look around if there's anything she can find to help Orifio, because he probably looks a bit injured from that fire blast that knocked him out. Looking through the rooms if there's anything, because the manor has been littered with healing potions.
It has.
Requesting assistance to move my token again.
You've locked the doorway. Oh, closed it. There we go. I'll move you all aside. You can't get to the damn doors.
Damn doors!
As you go inside the room, you see that Graham is inside there. And now that the danger of the fire has out, you're able to remove the cloths over your faces. You all feel a warmth, but a pleasurable warmth along your body, and a feeling of relaxation that's coming from the statue. And it's very, very comforting to your body, to your mind. And as you are here, you might see what seems like maybe a glint off the side of the statue, but everyone is immediately hit by the effects of the blessing of this room. Everyone, essentially, go ahead and take a long rest right now.
Oh. Oh.
So on your character sheet, if you're not sure how, on the top left, you'll see where it says max HP, a little bed icon. Go and click on that. You recover some HP from this, as well as any slots from spells you might have used. But as well, you remove the mixture sick condition from the smoke, kind of just evaporate. Everyone, go ahead and remove the effect of the sick condition upon your body, please.
Got it. I'm gonna fish out one of the potions of healing that we took earlier,
All right,
and I'm gonna chug that.
go for it. All right. Everyone,
Hello, Bunny.
what's the course of action?
Can we?
Is
have
there
a look-
nothing? Go ahead.
Can we have a look at the other chests in the other rooms? If there's anything in there.
We can. I'll get to that in a second. Graham, what do you want to bring in?
Is there nothing else to inspect further in this room?
Besides that statue, you weren't quite sure what the statue is. But beyond that, the tapestries on the wall that are... You notice that nothing in this room really was affected by the fire. Everything is, besides the flooring being a little bit ruined, the tapestries, the flowers in the room have been kind of protected by whatever aura the statue's giving off.
Gilly would like to have a look at the statue, maybe sitting down and looking up and seeing that. And I'll roll a recall knowledge with religion. No idea.
I will
probably.
do that
Sorry.
for you.
Yeah. I forget.
My thing. Right. You are not quite sure what this is, Gilly.
Oh well.
It's kept the flowers and the like protected.
Indeed.
Would I be able to recall knowledge of nature? Or is that too far-reaching?
Urfield, you tried to get an idea, but you're just not quite sure.
Okay.
I do recognize the statue. It's a statue of Milani, by the looks of it.
Is
the-
it?
Patron mother of those who are against oppression.
A question. Does it look similar to another statue that we have seen so far? Maybe
No.
in the garden?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Very, very different. Yeah, heard about Milani? This is a deity. You can see inside chat if you want to get a quick look at who this one is for.
think Gilly will be a bit familiar with her because she's allied with Kaden Salian. So probably acknowledge the goddess as something that's good in the world. Maybe have a quick prayer.
All right. What's the plan of action, everyone?
I invite everyone to loot with me.
As you start to go through the other rooms, everyone, go ahead and give me perception rolls. Looking through the rooms, some of the chests, all the rooms had a chest inside it for the belongings of whoever's inside the room. Some of them have been destroyed by the fire. Some items, you see a couple people had bows or items upon themselves that were consumed by the fire. But as you look around, you do come across a couple of contents that were protected by most of the damage inflicted upon these rooms. And I will let you know exactly what you find. There you go.
Where we go?
Outside here, it's loot box.
Oh, is there a loot box there?
Loot box, yes.
Oh yeah.
Ah, it was just outside my view.
Let's hope for some purples, some oranges.
3 healing potions.
3 healing
Alright.
potions.
I still have one in my inventory, even a lesser one, not a minor.
I have one still, yeah.
Okay.
I also got one from one of the chests I looted up north.
And Gilly will probably take one and give it to our new companion. I think
Roby.
you need it. The red liquid. And the other two probably Orifiel, because Orifiel still looks injured. And if no one takes one, Gilly will take the third one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and... I don't know. So we have one each apart from our new companion so far. And then there's 3 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you pass one from the bag over to said companion. Does your health good? Take it if you don't have any already. I don't believe we've caught your name.
Well, thank you for the healing potion. Well, now the fire is put out, let me just introduce myself, well, better at least. My name is Ravid. I'm an adventurer, just like you guys, I assume. And, well, I guess we all know why we were invited here.
Yeah. I mean, dinner was nice. Better than this. I'm a refugee.
Definitely better than this.
Yeah. Gilly will introduce herself and look at Rabbit's bow. His bow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
I'll take that final healing potion and chug it. Support the 3s.
I rolled better. My first good roll.
And Gilly will ask Graham. He's probably always looking around a bit, always, and ask him, have you seen anything about what happened here apart from the flames and the murder?
Yeah, is there a role that Graham can do to kind of deduce why there's fires, what they came from, and what the purpose of it, like what the intent of it was?
Give me a perception survival roll, Graham.
Let's give you a sweet old
Or
perception.
Warfare Lore if you got it.
Warfare lore. Oh man, I definitely don't have Warfare lore.
Gotcha.
Even though it's a really useful law.
I will stick with my 11.
You stick with that 11.
Okay. I see.
It should be a 12 because you're not sickened anymore.
Oh,
Remove that condition from your body.
thank you. Let me see something. I'm curious. So Graham's gonna do one more check see look see do.
Just scudder about.
Yeah, scurrying about. Curious. All of these rooms, well, most of these rooms were on fire, correct?
They all were.
Okay, all except for the statue room.
Yeah.
Of these rooms, 3 of them had torches on the bed. So we can deduce that these fires were caused, the arsonist, on purpose. However, I'm not too sure why a few of these rooms were caught on fire from a non-torched source. Let's see.
Maybe after just killing everyone in their sleep, they went around and put fire, and at the end they just threw their torches in.
What, so that they couldn't be raised or something?
To destroy just everything, and
Or were they trying to destroy the evidence?
maybe that, or just they just maybe want no one to get to the West Wing, so I think we should press on.
Agreed.
With that thinking, you hear an echoing roar, loud, guttural, from something large, echo from the west through the hallways.
I think something is calling us.
Evidently. Weapons at the ready.
Gilly has the +1 longsword that we found out, and shield in the other hand.
All right.
She wants to be a bit more defensive. And with the shield that's still glowing with the light that Lindsay cast light upon, she will want to open the door and have a look at everyone if everyone's ready.
Graham will nod.
Alright. Gilly will want to open the door if that's alright.
Open the door, Gilly.
Oof.
Ooh.
Drifting coils of smoke waft in the air of this finely furnished room. Padded chairs and side tables are set along the west wall, and a thick burgundy carpet covers most of the floor. Oil paintings hang on the walls, and the shelves contain statuettes and other small art pieces. But of most notice is there is a individual on the ground, unconscious. A elvish woman, you can tell, not the same one that was very pale skinned from the day before, or the night before. This is another one that you see, and it seems similar situation to as you found your other current companion, Revit, is bleeding from some small wounds upon their body, as they have also probably been here in a fight.
All right.
Okay.
Gilly will step in and go to her.
Yeah. Same here.
And if the room looks safe, Gilly will take a second, and probably she'll also try to lay on hands. As it's, I think, less expensive than a spell slot.
I was gonna administer first aid.
Oh, that's even less expensive.
Yeah.
You might want to save that lay on hands.
Yeah. I'll handle this one. Okay.
Give me the healing roll, Raphael.
Yep. Medicine, right?
Yes, sir. Still a little unconscious.
Hero point.
Hero point it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We lose.
They really want to hit that hero point. Hero so hearted, got disconnected.
I hero pointed so hard I ran out of memory. Apparently. Oh, fun times.
He ascended to the heaven with that hero point.
Right?
Just floating away. through
That's
the
a new
ceiling.
one. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Try that again.
And we.
Nice.
Amazing. Amazing. I don't have any hero points to fix that.
It's just
No.
a very, very hurt woman.
Yep. Okay.
Let me
Just
heal
before
you.
we-
You're like kneeling on her head.
I don't know if she is stable. I knew she was bleeding, if nothing else.
She's just unconscious.
If you're trying to stop bleeding, take amount of damage equal to its persistent bleed damage. If it. Amazing.
Yeah, she's out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Graham, what you notice with
Yes.
that's odd is that her wounds on her body aren't really that deep. But beyond that, the room itself has no real markings of individuals that have gone through here and have searched through the room.
I'd like to try and deduce why she's knocked out. Why she's unconscious. Should I still do a medicine check or a perception check for that?
I'll do, but choose which one you want to use.
I'll choose perception. I got a +6. These wounds aren't enough to knock a person of her stature out. It seems like maybe something of the arcane is to blame. I'm not too sure.
Gilly will.
Well, I'm not doing well mentally. If my unsteady hands are anything to go by, Gilly, you take it.
And Gilly will have a look, and just like, is she maybe drunk? Like unconscious from drinking? just it's a thing that a follower of Kate and Kalian will probably think, maybe.
You check, and her breath is filled. This breathing is filled with the scent of alcohol. She may have just drunk herself stupid.
She's just sleeping the drunken god's sleep.
Should we leave her here? This is kind of a dangerous spot.
Yeah, it's highly unsafe. Maybe try
I'm
to wake her
surprised
up.
she never choked on the smoke.
It's a very
Seems like
deep
a well-sealed
sleep.
room.
Is there like some sort of soot covering any part of the room, or were the doors really tightly shut?
The doors are really tightly shut here. This room is mostly unscathed.
Amazing luck.
So she was just left alone in here. All right.
I'm impressed.
Can we like just try to get her awake while? Yeah, exactly. Some water on her.
She's
Is
gonna be hungover.
completely
She'll
out.
need cold water, if anything.
Unfortunately, for the next hour, she's out because of the roll done by Raphael. So the only way to bring her back is by a healing potion or a spell.
I'd like to volunteer my healing potion. I say, here, it's not alcohol.
Drink got her into this mess. Drink will get her out of it.
There we go. And Graham will expend the healing potion from his inventory.
Is it your last one?
Yeah,
Then take this one.
thank you.
Does this work like this? You are not allowed to move items to this character. I'll put it in the party.
Put it in the party sheet.
Yeah. And you can take it.
Game day.
Shouldn't be. I wonder if my connection's being kind of weird from my company. Well, while we settle this, everyone take a quick 5-minute break. Power break or whatnot.
My rolls are great.
And the rolls you get are also very great.
Yeah, mine are doing well too.
That's what hero points are for, huh?
Use a hero point to get someone out of a bind. You know, just use a hero point for their intended purpose, and then nope.
Yeah.
I forgot. Was it this campaign where I rolled like 5 nat ones in a night? No. It was a different campaign.
That would have had to be in last session, and I don't remember that happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
I think I rolled like 6 times, 6 or 7 times for one campaign, and 5 of those rolls were nat ones.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Man,
Loving
it was
Gilly's
great.
name.
I've rolled that bad before.
Thanks. It's very fresh.
Fantastic.
Finished yesterday.
Yeah, it looks very nice. I like it.
Not as grumpy as the last as the sketch before that, but still a bit.
Did you draw that yourself?
It was my my girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
If I play halflings, she's I think doubly motivated to draw
Oh,
something.
okay.
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, I like it. He's willing to do. Is she willing to do commissions? Maybe
I
she wants to do the
think
rest
she
of her
is.
party.
I think she would be very willing. she
There you
asked me
go.
today. Oh, did anyone say anything today?
Yeah,
We
I
might be
approve,
going to her
definitely.
for a whole group commission.
yeah.
I very much like the art style.
I will pass that on.
The art style looks like Pathfinder style.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
It looks very official.
Yeah.
she is a fantasy illustrator.
Very
Oh,
good.
dope.
All right. You can
She says
see
that,
this
thank you.
woman. So here's her in her full outfit.
Is this official handout?
Official as in,
As in from Pathfinder, or is this?
you mean the picture?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. I only ask because the first thing that I always notice with elves is the eyes.
Yeah, right. They have the
Yeah,
whole-
Galarian elves have like their pupil covers the entire eye. You don't even see the iris.
aliens, the bunch of them.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, from Castlevania. Yeah. She has a sigil like on her armor. Is that something we would recognize?
Possibly.
Overall, her armor has this like dragon motif looking deal to it.
Oh, I can drink water now. I forgot about that.
You forgot you can drink water?
Yeah, because we all had our masks on.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Rabbit.
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 You rearrange the first letters in all of our characters' names, we get Gorg. Or Grog.
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 Wrong
Let's go.
universe!
Just saying. In the other campaign, I mean, people are talking on the Discord about one D&D, and how like I think one of the newer things they just released was the what was it? Hunt Prey. Rangers just basically get all the knowledge and don't even need to make a roll for it.
Yeah, Ranger was horrible before in 5th edition, so now they broke it.
Like a pendulum.
Overall, I'm just not a
Or
fan of 5e anymore.
It's not 5e though, Hursk. It's one D&D.
It's
Whatever the
D&D
next-
6th edition. It's what they're going to call it when it comes out.
Yeah, is it really like the code name for it?
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
D&D Next is with 5th edition, so I'm pretty sure when it comes out, it's going to be 6th edition.
Not D&D 5.5. I can pull
They've
up
been trying to
3.5 on
disguise-
us.
But you
it
can't.
is
I mean, because you
5.5.
can't go back because none of the feats are compatible with the new ones. So the only thing that's compatible is the adventures. That's it. This is 6th edition.
But 5th edition had
I think
feats.
the compatible.
Yeah, I think it's
They-
of course it's also a good decision to say it's compatible, so people are like, oh, it's compatible. Of course, I'll.
But that is
Not really true.
That's iffy because it's like false marketing. They've been
Yeah, but-
marketing it as though it's like a 3rd edition to 3.5 comparison when it's not quite that.
I think they marketed Pathfinder 2nd edition as like conversion is easy, and conversion is not that easy. It's mostly that 2nd edition I find is a lot easier than 1st edition. So just making it new in 2nd edition was easier.
From what I've seen, I think that they've mostly been like Oh yeah, here's all the conversion guidelines.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not actually easy. Though.
It's easy if you are very good or like an editor at Paizo, then it's pretty easy to
It's
do a
funny because
conversion.
if you actually like look at some of the conversion guidelines, they're just like, oh yeah, actually, just build it from scratch. That's easier.
And to be fair, like building monsters is easier in second edition than first edition. So yes, conversion is easier.
All right, back to the game. What are we doing?
There's this door to the south. Well, I
And
know that we're curious about this lady waking up, but as soon as that's finished, Graham would like to be curious about this door.
Graham is eyeing that door.
Yeah. New door, new fun.
It's 2 doors.
Yep, the north and south.
2 new avenues of fun.
All right, everyone. What's the plan of action?
What, like, we did give her a potion to drink.
Yes.
Like,
So she does
Yeah.
eventually come to consciousness, and when she does, she opens her arm, and you see that she looks at all of you in turn, and quickly stiffens her body. And who are you? What happened? God, this is gonna hurt for a long time. And she goes to raise her hand on her forehead.
Not to alarm you, but the mansion is under attack right now.
I'm not blind. I didn't just fall asleep here from the drunkenness from the hall. I did get in a fight with those black-clad individuals. It was quite
My
easy to take him
apologies.
down until I got hit in the back by some damn potion bottle. Hit some smoke fumes, I just passed out.
I had no idea how much you remembered.
who are you?
I thought that might be a good opening.
My name is Dalen. Thank you for saving me. Suppose it wouldn't be too much for one of them just to stab me in the chest with a dagger.
They have been doing that this evening.
I was walking through the hall from the Great Hall when I first saw them. Got in a fight with 3 of them before I was put down.
They just
How-
left you?
There was another one that was with me. Another elf, a very, very pale elf with a scythe.
Oh. And we know her name, right?
Layfall, was it?
Jathal.
J-Hall.
Jfall. Close. I was 1 syllable off.
She helped protect me. I don't know where she's. Have you seen her?
Not yet.
Not yet. We just came from the hallway. It was covered in smoke. Could barely walk through and hold our breath.
Have you seen anything big that makes about this noise? And Gilly tries to the best of her abilities to emulate the noise they heard recently.
I
hear this?
heard heavy footsteps, but I didn't see what caused it.
But Graham will open this up to her now. Well, you are conscious now. What do you wish to do? We are off to go find Lady Jamandi.
I am not really in a condition to fight right now. Where am I? And she looks around quickly for her weapons. She sees that 2 of her a little bit curved long swords are actually on the ground, and she visibly relaxes when she sees them. She grabs the swords and she puts them in the scabbards at her side. You're in much better condition than I am right now. I'll hold this room in case anyone decides to come back around.
Our vanguard.
Graham will also inform her that if she goes back towards the direction of the main dining hall down this hallway, she'll be able to meet up with more guards and people who can protect her,
Okay, I'll keep.
or our numbers kind of thing.
I'll remain alert though. I'd rather have your back protected. Thank you.
Have we seen her before? Like, Do we remember her? No.
I'm gonna
right?
do a bit of a check here perception to see if anyone remembers her being here in the Great Hall.
Perception.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Oh,
You're
This
you're
is,
gonna.
this is a good
My
hit one,
bad.
yeah. You see Graham having a bit of a thinking over.
Is there a way I can do any sense motive over what she's been saying?
That would be perception.
I think.
Nope.
Should I also roll privately or blindly? Because Gilly is a bit.
Go ahead and give me a blind roll. Hold on control. Click on perception. Or hit that little hidden perception.
Oh, the secret. Ah, the crossed out eye symbol. Okay.
Dalen, was it?
Yes.
Why are you here?
I imagine the same as you. The call for adventurers by Jamandi.
Where were you last night?
Wasn't part of the feast if that's what you're inquiring about. I arrived a bit late during the night. I had a bit of a long travel from the far west.
Ah, I see.
I'm coming from Varisia.
Oh, Verisia. Oh, yes. That is quite far indeed. Did you come here alone?
Yeah, when I showed up, most everyone was either passed out drunk or already in the rooms. Actually, I was surprised they let me in.
Got here quite late then. We were up rather late ourselves.
No, it seems some got to bed too thoroughly drunk. Although I guess they didn't expect to be attacked here.
Speaking of drunk, I think maybe you yourself have had some spirits.
Yeah, I guess I'd be saying the same. I wasn't quite guessing I was going to be attacked during the night. I had a little bit of drink. I had a bit of a light dinner. You can talk to some of the servants. They can collaborate that.
I see. Okay. Graham will try to suss out now if there's any other information to glean from this person. No, I think we're good here. Graham's gonna throw his attention now towards the door again.
Gilly will stop
I.
Graham and
Graham?
go to him and whisper to him. Oh, Orifia also.
Mm-hmm.
And Gilly will start to whisper. I heard something from the north. There's someone behind the door. Let's not, and whisper to everyone. Let's not try to arouse any suspicion. But I heard a sigh.
So then I'll whisper back. Do you think we should open the door abruptly and try to take them by surprise?
I think that's a good idea. And is the
Yeah, I'll look back toward this woman.
Dalen.
Dalen. See how she's taking us, like, huddling.
She's kind of just watching all of you.
Graham will inform Gilly that he's gonna go from like the side wall and get ready to pull open the door, and then she should be ready to like pull in whoever is listening on the other side of the door.
All right.
And instruct Aurifiel to keep talking to Dalen so as to not arouse any suspicions.
You want me to be the talker?
Yeah, and to instruct Ravit to have bow ready in case something happens aimed over the head of Gilly.
Let's use that height difference.
Out of any curiosity, any idea where J-Fall might have gone? I use that as a catapult to start a conversation.
Like a distraction maneuver.
Yeah.
Gilly
You asked that to the
Shall we
group or
roll?
to Dalen?
Said Dalen.
I didn't see Jathel when I came here. I guess she retired after or before I arrived.
While she's talking, Graham will open up the door.
When Gilly, before just put her shield down, has one arm free and wants to grapple whoever is behind the door.
You said she was fighting here with you, didn't you?
Sorry, I'm thinking about Jamandi. Jathel, she was fighting when I was hit by some alchemist vial. I don't know where she's at now.
No idea where your pursuers went either. If they might have been after anything. I keep here talking.
I'm not sure. Graham, you go open the door if you want to. Graham, you're the one that sees this. When you open the door, you see very, very relaxed individuals in the room. And you all hear, Graham, you see who's speaking. An individual who goes, "You are really bad at this, aren't you? Talking when there is an ambush upon your side, like amateurs you are." And Graham, you see this individual with a very, very wicked-looking knife. He's toying with a very, very bound Jathel on the couch he's next to. His knife he's playfully resting it, blade, on her neck. She's conscious, but completely essentially hogtied, and his dagger is drawing blood from her neck. As he's looking at all of you, or he's looking at you, Graham. Just having conversation while his enemy is about. No wonder most of you fools died during the night.
So he's talking to us about that. Okay.
Yeah. He's speaking to you directly, Graham, so he sees you.
I will pull out bow and instinctively fire.
Well, I have my bow already drawn, so it might be better for me to take the shot in this case.
No, you don't even see the guy.
Ah.
But there's
Yeah,
like
I
a
think I'm
voice
gonna
coming
let it
from
stay.
the left of the room, right?
Yeah, it's coming from over here.
Ah, okay. I see a different guy entirely.
So, the question I have for you, Graham, and I'll give you the choice here. He's having a bit of a rapport with you. He's kind of waiting to see what you do. If you want to go and shoot, we're going right into initiative. If you want to go otherwise, it's up to you.
Since he's a talkative person, Graham's gonna assess the situation. Yes, we ambushed. Yes, us being ambushed. Us ambushing you. I'm not sure how we can ambush someone we don't know is there. But
I suppose there would have been a few that could actually stand up against some of my boys, but amateurs all of you seem to be. Thinking you're just safe and stuffing yourself with food.
who are you?
As Graham's having this, what's everyone else doing? You can move about what you want to do. But if any action goes into actual combat, we'll roll initiative. But I want to know what you want to do here. Like, Graham, you're the only one that can see this guy. So do you do anything, like, hand motion wise to your companions or anything like that?
Do we all hear him though?
Oh, yeah, you all hear him talking. And you see that Graham hasn't run off his shot, so Graham is obviously not attacking this guy immediately.
You know, I was hoping our conversation would keep whoever's in there a bit distracted.
The thing is,
I say that to Dalen.
Gilly wanted to grab the first thing she saw when the door was opened by
There's
Graham.
nothing there.
Yeah, so I do think that Gilly will probably be a bit surprised and might stumble into the room,
Go for it.
like just because she wanted to lunge and like grab someone. If no
So,
one's
And then
there,
pull them back.
As that conversation, as that brief dialogue happened, Gilly just stumbles in.
yeah, stumbles in.
You got that.
All right.
And Gilly, see the same thing. You see two of the black tears. You see one. And I'll just go and give you an image of what you see just because some of you see it now. But this guy looks very, very different compared to the ones you have been fighting so far. We'll get back to the conversation between me and Graham. But here is who you see, the two of you.
Ooh.
And same thing for you, Gilly. You see Jathal is very, very much bound on the couch. A bit of blood dripping down her neck onto the couch. And this guy is holding the knife against her neck and just playing with it. It's slowly just kind of digging a little bit deeper into her skin. And she is mouth gagged. She's kind of watching this. You see her wince in pain every now and then.
Is Graham able to do any deduction of some sort as to this person's character if they think they're ones that like to be either butted up, or would he get flustered by any scathing remarks or anything like that?
Give me a perception. Hidden.
Oh, well, I did not do the hidden.
We'll go with it.
My bad.
I'm gonna give this information to you, but it's up to you to decide how to relate to your other party members.
Paul, where's my animal companion, by the way?
Ooh, forgot about your wolf.
You got one too?
It's got an actual animal companion.
Actual animal companion. Ooh boy.
We
Oh,
forgot
in the
to
room.
make animal companion, so right now, she's outside.
Okay.
Graham will use this opportunity to talk in a kind of like very loud and kind of almost like showy manner. Yes, I see now. I can tell. You're the one they gave all the great gear and all the fancy equipment. Probably because out of the whole group, you are the least effective one. Yes, that's definitely how the Black Tears operates. And he's kind of really gonna start mocking him and telling him that like he's not the greatest person here.
Go ahead and give me. You tried to intimidate? Demoralize?
Yeah, let's try to demoralize him. Or actually, no. Um, I think demoralize would probably be the best thing here. I'm not very intimidating though, but it's fine.
Doesn't quite work. But he does kind of look at you, and you really are bad at this. How about the rest of you? How about you all? We talk a bit face to face. I know there's more of you outside. Come on into my little waiting area.
Shall we? I look to
Graham will nod.
Dalen? Is that the name?
Galen, yeah.
Dalen,
Dalen.
yes.
Yep. Say to her, shall we?
I nod and accept. Well, I say him, well, fine, I'll come on in then if you want.
Gilly will probably make a bit of room for everyone, but she still has her longsword in hand. That longsword that's about as big as she is, and be very wary. She has the other hand free and is kind of, you can see that she's very tense and basically ready to jump at a moment's notice.
I take a breath as I stride up. I'm gonna gesture to Laras to just sit in the corner outside though.
So, kinda curious. Where does your moral stand? And he does play the edge of the knife upon Jasol's throat. So, how about all of you just do me a favor and leave this place? Do that, and I'll make sure that the rest of my boys don't do any more unwanted harm to everyone here. I think we got our point across. Or we can have a bit of fun. And he slices a little deeper into Jathol's throat with a knife.
I don't think you're giving us any ground to trust you that you'll do what you claim to do.
Well, that's because I hold the cards. Or we can start a fight here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just slit her throat.
And that's a question to Gilly. Who are you ready to jump at a moment's notice, by the way?
Like she's ready to run over there if he's distracted at any moment, to disarm him or trip him or anything, just to see that he is not threatening Jathor anymore.
Yeah. Refuel, you notice that you're standing next to the guy now, the black tier. He's just smiling, and he's got his knife in his hand. He's not at a position to like attack you, but it's in the hand. He's at the ready, in case whatever you all do. But he is enjoying this kind of thing play out.
Question: I have Kitsune spell familiarity. I have ready days at the start of the day. So can I cast days on this guy to try and stun him?
It's gonna start initiative. If you get a high initiative score, you might get it off. But if you don't, if you do anything to start combat, roll initiative immediately. Any of you.
Just noticing this guy next to me looking very smug about it. You lot really enjoy making yourselves look big, don't you? Need to have some sort of advantage over others. Can't stand being in an even playing field.
Well, we do our job, we take pride in our job, and we got paid a bit well for this. It's a bit further south than we would normally travel.
Did you get paid for each throat slit? Or
Maybe just part of
what's
the
your-
fun of the job.
So at this, Graham will point out that he's already been paid, and in this room currently, we have him in numbers. And if he wants to be able to enjoy any part of his pay whatsoever, he will expeditiously leave and withdraw his forces. Otherwise, we will fight back. Even if he slits the throat of the person on the couch, who he won't be able to enjoy what's any spoils his gang has had.
You want to risk that? You want to risk just letting someone die when you could take another way out?
I don't know that person. Who are they to me? We've all just arrived here. We have no ties.
That's what I want to know then. Everyone, roll me initiative. When I actually put you in the chat. Give me 1 second.
I was hoping to do diplomacy for that to like argue him down.
Now, you say you don't care about her, it's going to trigger it. But for the initiative, you can use either perception or you can use diplomacy as your initiative scores, if you so want.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
I was about to say, Graham started that off with deception, so I was going to ask if Graham specifically could have gone with that. If he,
I could have, yeah.
Perception here.
Yeah, perception.
If you want to, Graham, I'll let you, what's your deception bonus?
Not as much as my perception. That's why I've been rolling with it mostly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Before I roll my initiative, can I cast Daze on him or not?
Nope. There's no
Okay.
surprise rounds in this game, so that'll be on your actual first turn.
Okay. Ah.
Alright. So begins the encounter.
Yikes.
He does a small whistle. His men burst into action. The black tear's right next to you, Raphael. He, seeing you, immediately goes to plunge that dagger right into your gut.
Mm-hmm.
And he does hit. Drawn
Yep, 15 is my AC.
a bit of damage. His other hand, he goes to, he is going to try and trip you. And will succeed, knocking you prone. In the third action,
Yeah.
he is, at this point, going to step back over here. The man with the knife, hearing how you don't care about these people, he takes that as a sign to initiate this. He goes and just plunges the dagger into her throat. Immediately, she starts gagging. He gets a wicked-looking laugh on his face, and then quickly darts forward towards you, Gilly. And as he runs forward, he has the knife plunge out of Jathel's neck, blood dripping down, and he goes to swing it right hand at you, Gilly.
Right.
And is gonna hit. Drawn. 5 damage. Gilly, it is you.
Okay.
Graham, you're on deck.
I'll take the 5 damage. All right. Mm. So, Jathel is currently just bleeding out from her throat.
Yes.
And there are two of these bastards between me and her.
Yes.
Just a general question: if someone is tripped, is it harder to hit them with bow and arrow?
It's usually easier because they're flat-footed.
If they're prone?
And I probably think it might be hard to hit him with a ranged weapon. I can't remember offhand, but they're flat-footed.
They're flat-footed, so they have less AC.
All right, then.
But you have a plus 4 AC against ranged attacks. Yeah,
Oh,
so
so
while
it's
prone, we have plus 4 circumstance bonus to AC against ranged attacks.
Okay. So that would probably not work, but I could. Oh god, I could use my lay on hands later maybe, or instead I could now use the athletic rush.
Well, she is
to-
dying 1 right now, so.
Yeah. God. But if we don't have some sort of superiority in here, we'll just take too long. Let's go with the athletic rush. I want to. It's an action I use, and then as part of casting the spell, I get the effect, and I can use a stride, and I want to position myself like behind him. Or there is no behind him in this sense, but I want to position myself here. And
As you do that, Gilly, he sees you about to rush forward, and he will attack of opportunity you, and go
God.
to retaliate against your movement. And miss.
yes.
Caught by
There we
surprise.
All right, so my movement stops there then, probably.
Hmm?
No. I mean,
No,
you move
I
where you
can-
want, yeah.
Okay, so and now I have another action. I have a hand free, so I could like trip or disarm him. And I think I will try to disarm him. Actually, does he have one knife, or he has multiple knives on his person?
He does have multiple knives, yes.
Yeah. So I'll try to trip him to at least take one action from him next round.
Go for it.
1 second. Let's see where that trip is. There it is. And it is an athletics check with a +2 because of athletic rush.
Absolutely. And that will
22.
do it. He tried to hit you, thrown off balance. You go ahead, hit him, and he falls to his knees. In a bit of surprise and a bit of anger.
Wonderful. So, and then on my third action, I will try to just hit him on it's my second strike this turn with the longsword.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. I can target him with a T, and then I can roll.
That will be a hit. Roll damage.
No.
He will take that. All right, I believe that's it for you, which is now Graham. It is on you.
All right. So Graham is going to use the devise a stratagem here and roll for the.
All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. Since I got this set up, do you have on your hotbar the D20 symbol?
Yeah, it says roll d20.
Yep. Click on that. Well,
Cool. All right. So I feel like this was targeted at this guy specifically for taking that d20. If I were to attack him this turn, I would have to use that
Yes,
roll.
that too, yes.
I am instead going to target the one behind him, seeing that Graham's not able to get a really good shot on this big guy or this guy that's in different clothing. He'll go back to the other plain-looking tier and just do a regular strike at him.
Gotcha.
So that'll be my second action.
And that will hit.
All right, roll for damage.
You'll send an arrow into his body for 5 damage. All right, good job.
And
One more action.
one more action. This is gonna be fun, I think. Oh, actually, no. I need to take an action to draw out my makeshift alchemist fire,
All right. And that will be it
and
for
that'll
you.
be my turn.
Gilly, you're right there. So this guy's also going to do one thing. He is going to, in turn, trip you.
Oh no. It's against my
Reflex,
athletics DC.
which
Oh, reflex.
just succeeds. So one hand, he grabs you and hits you to the ground. Second attack, he's now going to go ahead and hit you with that.
So prone. Oh no.
And this will be a hit. Damage-wise is going to be 6 damage. He's stepping back. Leaving Revit to you.
If someone is prone, they get a +4 against range attacks, or do they need to take an action first before it?
So they just stand up from prone. If you melee against them, they're flat-footed. If you do a range attack against them, they have +4 to their AC. So shooting a downed foe is actually harder to do.
Okay.
Probably better to take the others out.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
still 2 standing.
If I target this one, does he, or is Orifiel in my way if I want to shoot him or not?
No,
I'm
you're good.
prone, so I don't think so.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Let's go right past the back of Rafiel's head.
I'm down on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're prone. Never mind.
Yeah.
First I cast or use Hunt Prey on him.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I have something to say after this turn's over.
Ranger is fun in this edition.
How does Hunt Prey work, by the way?
So whenever you hit them, you get an extra, I believe, 1d8 damage, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Or is that a different action?
I think
He
your
has
other,
to make sure that he's the precision type hunter.
yeah, your other
Okay.
abilities give bonuses if you're targeting your hunted prey.
So right now, all it would do is give you a bonus to checks to see this guy and track him, which means probably we're not used to do it right here. Unless you have the abilities to.
Yeah. I have precision, so I would
Yep,
do
okay.
more damage then.
Yep, 1d8.
Do I have to
So
put Hunt
target
Prey
the
on
guy?
him, or?
no, you'll see it on your character sheet. You have a little option to check mark target is hunted prey.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay.
And also
In
check
that
mark
case,
first attack is hunted prey this round too. Check mark both of those.
okay.
All right, then target the guy and attack him.
All right.
But you're gonna miss.
I want to use my hero point.
Go for it. Right click the card and go to reroll with hero point. And miss.
Ah.
They have one more action.
Da-ba-da. I'm attacking him once again.
Go for it. We got the minus penalty for the second attack.
Yeah.
That'll definitely hit. This is gonna hurt. Roll critical. This is really gonna hurt. You're gonna pin this guy to the wall. Yeah. I'm not gonna use the hero deck here because he's just dead already, so. Well, you know what? Me getting used to doing it. We'll see what happened to this guy. Let's just find out. This would have been, let's see, precision. Yep, a gusher. He takes extra d6 damage, so this just goes through his gut into the wall. He is very clearly dead. Alright, Rivet, that is it for your turn. Raphael, it's on you.
Blood splatters on my face. Not pleasant. Okay. Action to stand, right?
Yep.
And that will remove the prone condition.
Yep.
Okay. Stabilize. And that's 2 actions to cast that. So that will be my turn. Standing up and... casting Stabilize on J-Fall. Nice and simple. Just reach out my hand. Just stable now. Not losing you yet.
You notice something, Raphael.
Hmm.
Your stabilize doesn't have an effect on her.
Doesn't have an effect.
No.
Oh god.
Okay. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. I know Gilly's also a healer, so can I relay that information to Gilly?
Yeah.
Gilly, healing magic not working.
Gilly from the ground. Okay.
Gilly from the ground.
Alright, Raphael, how many actions was that? 2 actions? Yep, you're done. Alright,
Yep.
top of round 2. Nishgiv, my guy. He's gonna stand up for being thrown by freaking Gilly. Gilly, he sees you on the ground. He is gonna try and stab you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Get a critical hit.
Oh god.
You take 10 damage, Gilly.
Oh, that's not very good. That's
You also go
actually
down.
pretty bad. Yeah. I'm dying 1. No, is it dying 2?
You're dying 2, yeah.
Fuck! Too many people dying!
Stabilize works on me though.
Right. How...
He moves over. And he looks at you, Rabbit. And just smiles at you. Can attack. Graham?
So I have my lesser alchemist fire out right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to toss it at him. And do okay.
If you've tossed fire at this guy, it's gonna hit all of you.
Okay, it's the makeshift one, so we'll see how well it does. I don't know if you need me to make a roll ahead of that or something, but I'm just reminding you that this is the makeshift alchemist fire that I made.
Roll me a d20 roll. 15 or more, it's fun. So, as you go to throw the flask, it hits him, but doesn't burst into flame like it normally would. But give me an attack roll anyway, let's see what happens.
Attack roll or damage roll?
Attack roll. Got him first. You'll see a splash damage. You hit him. Not that effect though that you saw on the map, but it does just hit him and just cover him in oil, but he's not on fire.
I see.
I can fix that.
No, it was a crafting roll I mentioned. Give me a crafting roll instead.
My crafting is +7.
Okay, it does explode. Give me damage roll.
Oh, right. I'll do damage.
Alright. This is going to do 4 damage to him. Everyone else takes 1 splash damage. Everyone take the 1 damage from the splash.
But it's fire, and I have fire resistance.
Then you're fine. But Arifiel
splash
and
damage?
Grandma can take 1 splash damage.
Okay.
You see,
I took 1.
Dalen is actually frozen right now in a bit of fear. Which is why she's not acted.
Larasta
super
will
actions.
take that 1 splash damage, wouldn't he?
So yeah, that was the strike with that. I'm going to. Oh, I'm not great at that either. I'm gonna tumble through him.
Okay.
This should be against his reflex DC. Probably not high enough.
That is not going to be high enough.
Okay. I am going to step back over here
That would
and be like, Dalen, 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 Dalen,
and
wake up.
he will attack you because of that. And hit.
That'll hit.
5 damage there, Graham.
That'll hurt.
He likes that max damage.
He does. Graham, do you need to go? You told me I need to leave Hardcut at 1:30.
Yeah, I do. Well, I think we have time to finish this combat because most of this combat, hopefully. So we
This
can
combat.
keep going.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Alright, my surviving guy is going to rush over to Arifiel.
I was going to come to him, but okay.
Well,
Saves me the trouble.
He's coming to you! He's attacking you with a weapon is going to miss. He will take a second attack and also miss. Rabbit, it's on you.
One quick question.
Yes.
I give him a glare.
Since my heritage is Ifrit, what does my change shape do for me?
Let's see. Ifrit is not an actual. It's versatile, which means we have no alternate form right now. We need a feat for it.
No. I think they always have an alternate form. It's just it would be a common form for where they grew up. As per, I'm assuming Kitsune.
Kitsune is right. Let's see. And have time to research this.
Basically, their alternate form usually varies by their heritage, but I think when they take a versatile heritage, I think it's always humanoid.
So I'm gonna say I'll look up after the game, Robin. Right now, I don't think you have one, or you might have one, but it might be just the same. So hold on to it for right now.
Okay. I want to use Intimidate a Glare on this one.
Go for it.
Then
Demoralize.
do Do I have to add anything to the roll or not?
Nope. Just give me the demoralize roll
Okay.
or intimidation. That will work. He'll become frightened 1.
And then I want to drop my bow and use an unarmed attack against him.
Go for it.
I drop my bow and strike.
That will hit. Roll damage. That's not bad.
And for my last action, I want to attack again.
Nice.
Your critical hit. Okay. Yeah, he's not dead. He's just knocked unconscious. All right. So you just wail on this guy. When that happens, the black tear up here, he immediately goes to escape. Question is, Arifiel, do you want to let him escape?
I don't have attack of opportunity, so
Would anyone here that's still standing want to stop this guy?
I'd rather use my actions to get the other two up. Personally.
Okay, so Arifiel, no. Revit and Graham, what about you two?
If I can, I'll do a strike at him.
All right,
I don't have
Is
an
he-
opportunity of attack though.
it's fine. Go ahead and give me one
Is-
attack roll with your bow. Robin, what about you?
Is he looking at us or not?
He's running away.
He's about to flee.
He's fleeing.
Ah.
Good enough. Just for expediency here, we only had 3 HP left, so he's trying to escape. So I'm not gonna play that out. But he will go down with that as well. Leaving top of the round. Real quickly, Gilly, go ahead and give me a check for your healing.
One question: what
Yeah.
does Rifiel do?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I still have-
Riffle's
have
got
my
turn.
go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end the counter here. Riffle doesn't have time to do this, so we're gonna end the counter here, and I'm gonna let you all do what you want to do.
Okay. 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 Let's. Okay. I'm gonna go over to Gilly.
She looks like this.
Can I move my turn? Is it because of the guy in the way? No.
Should be able to move.
Don't know if I'm lagging.
Possibly.
Possibly. Oh yeah, that was lag. Yeah, that was lag.
Use your arrow keys on the keyboard. This should work. The arrow keys on the keyboard.
Would you rather use the arrow keys?
I mean, it might be easier to move that way.
Yeah, evidently. Okay. Okay, so going over to Gilly, that's should be 15 feet if I was stepping over the guy.
And I assist him.
Let's go. I actually could have done that from a range. I'm gonna go for 2 action heal. Because I'm gonna need 2 actions for J-Full anyway. 2 action heal on Gilly, so that's gonna be. Two action heal versus
1d8
living.
plus 8, right?
Yep.
Click on the healing and you'll roll.
Roll.
Not bad.
Max health.
Gilly,
Oh,
you are brought back to consciousness. Graham, when you go over to Jathal, you know something. The blood that was going down is actually not really fresh blood. It's very, very coagulated. It's very, very jelly-like. And seeing her here, go ahead and give me in fact, all of you, go ahead and give me a medicine roll or perception roll.
Medicine it is.
Yeah, what you kind of notice, Gilly and Rabbit, is that she's already dead. Or the fact is, she's still moving very slightly, but she's not living.
Gilly comes back from unconsciousness. Oh, she's already dead.
She's looking at you, Graham and Gilly, and you can see the look in her eyes as she is passing into unconsciousness more and more. She's still alive, but she's not a living individual. And she is
Can't be
very
that
hurt. What do y'all do?
I want to go to her and administer first aid.
Go for it.
'Cause that is the only non-magical healing I can do.
But if she's undead, doesn't first aid just deal damage?
No.
I
Positive
think-
stuff
No,
will
I-
hurt her.
She's not alive. The first aid,
Trick
administer aid
to
isn't
magical healing
Yeah.
is positive magic.
That won't work. But
Yeah.
normal first aid will work.
Administer aid is stuff like, stemming the flow of blood or
What if
something.
But unfortunately, our healer's not that good at healing at the moment.
I'm
Not
rolling
today,
bad.
at least.
I'm rolling bad today.
Is she
My
uh,
administer first aid is not working today.
I'd like to at this point give her the potion, and is she able to drink it herself, or do you need to help
She's
her drink
completely,
it?
she's bound completely.
This is
Oh, okay. I will take an arrow and cut her free from her binds, and give her the potion.
Oh, I think if Oriphiel or Gilly probably see this, knowing that she cannot be healed by positive
No.
energy, they
Yeah, I
will
think-
probably tell that to Graham, that you're basically pouring down poison into her because
I don't know if
Yeah, healing potion is
Positive?
positive. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Is it?
Okay.
An elixir
I don't
is
need to
not,
make
but a
a roll for
potion
that?
is.
Oh, yeah, it even has the positive trait on here.
Yeah.
okay. Don't need to make a roll. Okay. Can we
Alright.
just
I'm gonna do a death check for her.
never mind.
She actually stabilized by herself, but she is very much unconscious.
All right. I think at this point I need to go.
Go. I'll talk to you next week, Graham. Annie.
Sounds good. Sorry, guys. Peace out. Good luck.
There's a lot of death going around today. Wow.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I have never tried to patch up a corpse, but I think she's okay.
Just
Gilly?
put all that undead flesh together and it will heal by itself. What is an undead? We have no idea. And no wonder she was this reserved at the banquet.
Hmm.
Oh, I have to say,
I don't remember if she ate. I don't. Did she eat? I don't.
For appearances.
Get up.
All right.
I have to say, it's
Fine.
in Foundry, if you are unconscious, you can see nothing. And there are only these, like the cursors of the other players going around on
Really?
the screen, and you're
Okay.
sitting there.
Oh my
It's-
god.
I have to say,
That's
it's
scary.
fun, but mostly because of the, what's going to happen? There's something happening with alchemical stuff.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
It's really it adds to the psychological experience of having a character undying. Cool. Yeah, I'm really hyped for the next session. Robin, how did you like it?
Are we ending it here?
Are we wanting to end, or do you want to continue? We still have a little bit of time. It's up to, I'll let you all decide.
I'm so good to go. Just I don't know. Do you guys want to continue with our ground?
I'm fine with either, to be honest. So if you guys want to continue, then let's continue, I guess.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Like,
And we are in about 2.5 hours right now. Do you want to call a short session this week and just continue next week?
I think it would be honestly better if we. It sounds like if we do something now, it will be like a sort of different experience, because like we're. I don't know.
Experience as in like player experience or like XP experience?
No, player experience. No, I know you'll give everyone the same
Yeah.
experience and so on. Yeah. I have to say, after like this near brush with death, I'm a bit hesitant to go on. But like, sure. If like, I also kind of want to know what happens now. But yeah. Oh, okay. I'll go with what the group wants. Like, I'm fine with either.
All right, I guess we're continuing. What's going to happen, though, is you will see that Dalen is just... You can see on her face is very much fear. And she kind of locked up from this fight, seeing what's going on. As well as that, you do see rushing forward... Or? Oh?
I was informed I had more time.
Okay, we're continuing then.
Yay!
But still, you're gonna see.
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
You can still hear a noise. Are you okay? Are you okay? And you see Lindsay comes rushing forward and rushes into the room.
Lindsay, not.
I couldn't stay behind. I had to make sure you're okay.
We've got everything covered. Trying to like shield the sight of J-Fall from Lindsay.
What? Okay, they're dead. She is frozen. But Graham, how about she looks like she's healing, and she comes walking over.
Healing.
No, she's dead, but she's moved. She's not what? She's undead.
That is the current hypothesis.
Okay, so healing magic won't work. I can't do healing.
No.
Does anyone have harm at all, or?
No.
Shit, man.
Okay, there's something I can't do. And she looks at Jathal, and she does cast this.
Huh? No positive.
Nope, that will
Positive.
heal undead.
Soothe, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And she
All
will
right.
not take any damage, but she'll get healed for 6 health. And she'll come to consciousness, and she will look around. Oh, that bastard. He's. Oh, you took care of it. She looks around and. Thank. Thank you. And
Before she talks any further, Graham would like to take the opportunity to apologize for what he said. Not sure if she heard what he said to the person that they just killed. He was trying to kind of like play cards out and get him to stand down.
give me diplomacy. You don't see that she believes it in her eyes. Okay, I'm used to that kind of talk. I guess by now you can see what I am.
In his defense, that statement was made before we knew what you are, and the two do not correlate. Right, Graham?
Definitely.
I've had to deal with many things in my life because of what I am. I was knocked unconscious by that sick man. Is this manor, is it hold now or is it still under attack?
Still under attack.
Still under attack, I'm pretty sure. There might be another Ergo about. Not sure.
Jethro, right? Yes. Um, go back to the Great Hall. It's safe there. I'm gonna follow these here. I want to make sure I can help out as much as I can. There's another woman outside that she looks a bit of shock. Can you both go back to the Great Hall and button up there? And you see Jethro still in a bit of her own confusion. She leaves her scythe there. She goes and she takes the room, and she takes Galen, who's still kind of in a. You can see Galen's in shock as well from her experience, and they both take off back to the Great Hall.
She left her scythe?
Yeah.
I can't carry this.
And
I'm almost encumbered.
Gilly will probably try to take the scythe. Like in this manner, going without a weapon is not a good idea. In the current situation that this whole thing is in, and will probably try to run after them. Hey!
As you leave the room, Gilly, she's actually on her way back with a little more determination on her face. She sees you carrying the scythe. Thank you. And she takes it from your hand. And then, do you give it back to her, or?
Yes, and like Gilly wants to like in some way say that everything is all right, and like Gilly doesn't quite have any like religious hang-ups about the undead, so she's just kind of a bit sad that she could not help in any way. And
as you're kind of tongue-tied, she looks back at you before she leaves with Dalen, and she looks at you, Gilly. Thank you. And this is probably the most sincere you've ever seen her. Thank you for not attacking me for what I am. And she leaves with
Gilly just
Dalen.
nods. So, should we maybe look for some sort of information on the bodies of the assassins?
I've already checked the bodies, and all I have found is 10 silver pieces and 3 lesser healing potions. I've put them in the party stash already.
Great.
For the rest, it's just a hand crossbow, dagger, and some leather armor.
Okay.
You hear the shouts of anguish dying coming from the west.
We might want to get back on the move.
Gilly picks up her shield. that
I
she
do
dropped in
recommend,
this room.
for those of you that can, heal up.
Yeah.
Anyone mind if I... Actually, no, I'll just chug one of the ones I already have. Screw it.
Yeah, I'll take one of the lesser healing potions and
I'm uninjured, so you guys can just take the potions.
does anyone have another minor? Because the lesser ones would be a bit overkill.
I just used the minor that I had.
Okay.
I also just used the
And-
minor.
That is me fully healed up.
Alright, like I have 2 hit points, so
Oh,
it will be totally fine. Nothing will ever happen with it. I'll take
Nothing
another
at all.
one. Yes, sir.
at least take the lesser healing potions
Yeah.
in case of taking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'll take
Also-
them from the party stash.
Also, before going into another room, I think Gilly will drink that barkskin potion that she had. If there's something going on, and it will last for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Who has healing potions in their inventory?
I have 2 lesser.
You have 2, Lassie. Graham, do you have any?
One.
1. Rabbit?
I don't have any potions.
Do you want to take that lesser one then?
Alright.
Okay.
There was a door in the northern room to the west, right?
It was. We could go that way.
Graham was curious about this room that he wanted to go into before that whole interaction.
Can we make a perception check to see which door the sounds would be echoing through, maybe? Or
When you're in the other room, you heard it come from the west and that door.
And
Okay.
Gilly will probably urge to go there because there are people dying there.
Yeah.
She thinks, and she really wants to insist on it to Graham.
Okay. If you say so, Gilly.
And like
I'll
in
try not to let the curiosity get the better of me.
You can open the door, Gilly.
all right, like if Orifil wants to maybe like in this constellation as a team, we'll probably be like, okay, we can, so everyone can see in the room at least. Like, all right, let's open it.
I have
And
a weapon
Gilly will
ready.
Step in.
When you look inside this room, you see that a room that is large with a floor of polished white tiles. Hanging from the walls are various trophy heads, a stag with an impressive set of antlers, a large tusked boar, a very cranky looking oversized owl, a snarling wolf, and 2 different reptilian monsters. There seems to be, as mentioned, a trophy room. And what you do here is that coming from the western set of doors is a sound of battle. But what you can hear is large battle from what seems like monsters and something more than humans. It sounds a little bit similar to when Lindsay was initially fighting that ogre. You can hear the booming noises of movement, of people walking around, of shouting, of screaming coming from that door. Beyond that, Graham and Rabbit, you actually notice something inside this room. In the mouth of actually the boar is a object. I'll put it in chat real quick. Right there.
Hmm. I'll hand it off to Rabbit and be like, perhaps you could use this on your arrows.
Yeah, also deals more damage if I sneak attack, by the looks of it. Thank you.
Now, quick question. The boss-looking guy that you fought in the previous room, he's not dead because Rabbit just clobbered the hell out of the guy. So he's technically still there.
Yeah, he's still unconscious.
Yeah, he's very much unconscious.
Let's tie him to a chair.
Or bring him back to that meeting hall.
Alright.
Should have passed him off to Joyful.
Yeah. Here, take this prize.
Do you want Jathan to take him?
I think
They
Alpha
probably
would-
can get the information from him, who paid him and such.
Alright, that will be what happened then.
Just imagine after him being all blusterful, like, oh, you just go away. Then he wakes up surrounded by guards.
Yeah.
Great hall.
It is a comedic thought that for J4 to forget his scythe, but then take the dude though.
The worst
He
part
picked him
is
on the way out.
the worst part about all this is he walked up to me, smiled at me. I just glared back and stomped him.
Yeah, he did.
When a bully gets his comeuppance.
Alright,
Beautiful.
we can move.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably go outside because we hear a battle and we should probably help.
Yep.
Yeah. I just want to say, as a player, I would really like to check out the southern room.
It
As
seems
Gilly-
to be connected, yeah.
Yeah, but as Gilly, I can't
Alright, we'll do
imagine her
this.
being like,
We'll do
We
this
have
for random
priorities.
chance. For luck. Gilly, go ahead and give me a d20 roll. 16 or more, that door will be open. You can see what's inside it.
come on. Oh.
No, sorry, door's closed.
No.
Alright. Everyone in their preferred positions.
Alright,
Yeah.
there's gonna be battle. You see that she's getting herself prepared, Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
1 second before you open the door. Can I do a stealth roll so I can sneak outside without them seeing me?
Well, even if you're stealthy, the door opens up, you might see that.
Might be beneficial to go into
You can be in
initiative
stealth,
with stealth,
but it might alert everyone else though.
potentially.
Is there a keyhole?
There's not. This is just interior door. It's not to the outside, it's to another part of the wing.
Okay.
Is it possible for me to ready an action out of combat just to attack the first?
No.
No, okay.
No, there's no surprise rounds in Pathfinder 2. But if you want to stealth, I'll let everyone to stealth in this situation since you're trying to go into this room. So you'll do that for your actual initiative roll if you do that.
Mm.
Yeah, I think perception is better for me at least with
Do one or the
other,
the
one or other.
breastplate on and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm better off with perception as well. Yeah.
Well, when you're ready, open that door.
Yep.
Okay.
Rabbit, do you
ready?
want to go stealth?
Preferably if I can.
Well, that will be his actual initiative roll. Will be the stealth roll.
Okay.
I'm ready then.
I thought you could roll it like prior.
I'll open it, right?
Yeah.
No one says no? Good. Oh god.
When you open the door,
Oh boy.
you see
Oh!
a large recessed area that sits in the floor of this enormous chamber. Racks containing practice blades and stands holding suits of padded armor line the north and south walls. But what you see is that within the fighting pit, many bodies of Jumanji's guards, but even more of Black Tears, about 11 of them, are just littered inside the middle of this room. Standing on top of the bodies are 3 individuals. You see 2 of the Black Tear cutthroats and another very, very wicked looking woman who are looking in the direction of where Jumanji is fighting 2 very, very large frost giants. But when the door opens up, they see you. And she goes, "More of the filth. This kid must have failed." And what you see, the woman is her. And then you see the giants that Jumanji's fighting. Here's one, and here's the other one. Jumanji is the only surviving person in this room that seems to be from this manor, and she has a couple of bruises on her body. Her weapon, her blade, is on fire, and she's dodging and blocking the blows of both these giants. They're trying to get a swing in with their large axes. Now, she sees you, Gilly, as you open the door, and she yells out, "Just in time! That's your leader! That's your leader! That woman! Take her out and I'll deal with these oafs!" And you see the woman kind of just smile as both of them kind of look to come and charge towards the group of you while Jumanji fights the giants. Lindsay, oh. Now, the question is, because I know some groups hate when I do this, the time it is right now, do we want to do a cliffhanger to next week, or fight this out right now?
I have to do cliffhanger. I'm not gonna. I have to go.
I'd like the cliffhanger. I'll be even more excited for next week.
All right, so next week we'll start the fight. The culmination, the boss battle of this manor. The leader of the Black Tears, that woman with the big axe. All right, we'll end the game for today right here.